Hi friends, welcome to the Coffee Run Live. I've I just decided to shift my office around. It's really funny. My second daughter just rolled on through. She said, "Oh, you're feeling fancy. You've moved to the fancy background." I said, "Yeah," and I hurt my foot in the meantime. So ridiculous. A change is as good as a holiday, they say. So what I wanted to chat with you a little bit about this morning is all things structure. So what's really interesting is one of my besties and I have been chatting about, you know, how very obviously strange and weird it is, but also I think what we've been talking about is how much we really love structure. So one of the things I think is super important in days and times such as these, hello Jess, good morning, is how you can create structure in your own world. And the reason that this is so important is in a world that is currently filled with the most ridiculous amounts of chaos. There's a whole lot of misinformation. There's like so much stuff going on and around. One of the best things that you can do is to create some certainty for yourself. And the way that I do that is, and I actually do this to really manage and alleviate my own anxiety, just in a normal everyday world, actually. So some of the types of things that I'll do, there's a reason why I'm on here at 11 o'clock every day, or as close to 11 o'clock every day. And the reason that I do that is because it gives me a deadline. It gives me something to work towards. It means that, you know, I know that there are a lot of you, because you tell me, a lot of you will tell me, oh, you know what, I know that you're going to be on at 11. I'll shift and change things around. Hey, Amanda, I'll shift and change things around to make sure that I'm listening to you. Or if I don't do it, then I'll make sure I catch up on the replay every day. And so for me, I feel like I've got an obligation, no matter what is going on, to show up. And so that really helps me. It gives me a reason to be motivated, to feel like I need to keep going and all of that kind of stuff. So that's something that's really important for me. I think the other thing that is that's also really important is creating some certainty and structure for yourself, right? So if you are... Here's the thing that I would do, right? So we were chatting with the kids yesterday because they've been home for all of 3 days. Hey, Denise, they've been home for all of 3 days and they're like, Mom, I'm bored. I'm like, holy shit, this is going to go on for freaking ever. And I'm just like, that's okay. So we've mapped out a little bit of structure for some things that they can do so that they know what they're working towards, rather than it just being and feeling like this endless, massive stretch of time where you don't necessarily know what you're doing, how to do it, and things like that. So one of the things that I would do if I were you is set yourself some regular things, particularly if you are self-isolating or minimizing yourself at the moment. So I've got my children home. We are generally, for the most part, we've really limited a lot of our interactions. We're pretty much staying low. We are not at high risk, but I don't really want to get sick and I'm not open to that anyway. So it's just like, okay, let's just distance and do the things and keep the kids home, because I think that's, you know, I work from home, so it's fine to have them home, and they're busy doing things. So what is one thing that you can do every day to create a sense of certainty and some structure for you? Is it that you set yourself a time to go live every day on your business page? Is it a time where you throw open the doors and you just let anybody or everybody ask you questions? Is it that you might still feel like you're able to go to the gym? You go to the gym? Do you go for a walk? Do you know, but how can you create some external accountability really to make sure that these things happen? Because what Joe and I were talking about that's really important is we really like the interaction. So this social distancing, if you like, or this self-isolation, it's really kind of curious, because we're just like, wow, you know what, we tend to work from home. We do a lot of work virtually, but it feels like everybody's kind of just gone like, eh. Whereas we don't want the social distancing, like the actual connection to be distanced. We just need the physical distance, right? Make sense? Yes. So I've been thinking this morning about what we can do. So the first thing that I think you can do is set yourself a bit of a time frame, a regular thing. And it might be about you, and it's about being of service, right? Who else can you show up for? Is it about doing a live, doing an education thing, doing a webinar each week? What can you do? And there's 1,000,000,001 things that you could look at doing. Secondly, if your business is not online, you can do so many things right now, and it's a prime opportunity for you to take your business online, for you to use more video, for you to use more video conferencing, for you to use, if you're a therapist, use telehealth, for you to be able to, and they've just done some things around phone consults, phone sessions. So have a chat to Tess about that, because I don't know anything about that, but I know that she told me about that. So go and find out more from Tess Crawley about that stuff. Have a look at ways that you can use this kind of almost forced downtime to prep yourself for what will be a really amazing recovery period once everybody kind of gets their shit back together again. So what you can do is, use this time to create some really great content, to talk about what's going on, to talk about how to help and inspire and motivate your audience, but look and see what you can do and actually get more online. If you, as an aside, if you are wanting to do more of that, create your own online course. We've got Video Rockstar starting on Monday. All will be delivered online. I have bonused in a live event for that. We will decide when that's running. I haven't scheduled the date yet, but there is a bonus 1-day in-person event for that. Video Rockstar. It is nicolamoras.com.au/video. The other thing that I was thinking about today is just like what do I feel like would be helpful? And I was wondering, and I put up a post a little bit earlier, just kind of going, you know what, you guys, I'm just going to do a Zoom call. Anyone can jump in. We can chat about anything that you want. If you're unsure, I'm not pitching anything. I'm not selling anything. This isn't me doing something for marketing. It's like literally, how can I help you? How can I help take out some of this anxiety for you or reduce some of this stress or overwhelm and help you to take the next required action? So I have opened up a live Zoom call. Just message me or comment on here that you'd like the link for that. It's happening at 2:00 today, Sydney time. I don't know what the other time zones are. You'll have to use a time zone converter, but 2 p.m. Sydney time. And I'm just going to throw it open. And you guys will log in, prepare to be on video or at least on audio so I can hear you. Ideally, I'd love to be able to see you. And you can ask me anything you like literally anything you like. Jump on whatever you're facing. If it's just that you want to chat about the things that are going on right now, we can chat about that. If it's about how to use video, if it's about how to do ads, if it's about how the fuck do you come up with content, is it about the moral bind that you might find yourself in between selling and marketing and feeling like you should or you shouldn't, or whatever the heck else it is. Just there's no cost except your time, which I challenge the wording around that. It's kind of like just let's come in and have a coffee if you just want to chat, if you just want to connect. I've also been chatting with my most beautiful friend, Jo Muirhead, and we're looking at doing something reasonably regularly with all of you for free, not trying to sell you anything. It's literally let's just come and have a coffee. If it's about you guys just wanting what I was thinking about yesterday is that we need to have a virtual co-working space, right? So we'll be streaming it live into the page, Denise. So yep. Absolutely. It's, it's open season, free for all, no, not asking you to do anything. So you'll catch it on the page later or whatever happens. So it'll go for about an hour, I'm guessing. So what Joe and I were chatting about is maybe it's just about jumping in and having a coffee with Jicola, because Joe, Nicola combined is Jicola, and we do tend to finish each other's sentences. So it's kind of a perfect match made in heaven. Come and join the Jicola show. And it will I'm thinking that it'll almost be like an online co-working space or an online coffee, around the water cooler type thing where we'll jump on, we'll be chatting, you can jump in, we'll have a bit of conversation. If you just want to work in the background. You know, I don't know. We've literally just sort of thrown around a couple of ideas this morning via our video chats that we do that I tell you about quite regularly. So I will keep you informed about that. If you want something a little bit more formal and structured and actually want to learn some techniques and you know, the strategies and things like that, then Video Rockstar is ace and perfect for you. nicolamoras.com.au/video. And we've got our free Zoom call with me happening at 2:00 today, Sydney time, where you can jump in and chat about anything you like. If you just want to come in and have coffee, do that. I'd just really love to do that for you. Oh, you're welcome, Rebecca. Yeah, I think everybody does need some extra connection with things that are going on. And, you know, the thing that I don't really want to do is, like, I don't want to talk about the fucking coronavirus. I don't want to talk about, you know, the shutdowns or the lack of shutdowns or the schools that are running or the schools that are not running or, like, sports or whatever. You know, it's not about that. Just let's just have a chat about something other than fucking toilet rolls and empty shelves. I think, you know, what I actually said to my husband this morning, I said, I believe it's important to be informed, but I really need to now start, like, to kind of limit the things that are just constantly being thrown. I even considered deleting Facebook off my phone. I know, crazy human. Thought about deleting Facebook off my phone just because it's created, it had, like, the whole C thing has created quite a bit of anxiety and a bit of stress, you know, as it has for everybody. And it's like, well, you know, this way, if there's another way, you know, if there is another way of being able to get information and things like that, then that's really important. Rebecca, just not physically though, because germs. Yes, exactly. Catherine, I think we might make it a C word free zone. We'll see how it plays out. You know, then again, you know, I don't want this free, like, this is about the free Zoom call that's happening at 2 today. If you're just tuning in, happy Wednesday, rolling out a free Zoom call today at 2:00. No opt-in necessary. There's no pixels. There's no, like, I'm not going to market to you outside of here. Just let's, you know, just jump on and chat about whatever you're going through. So perhaps today we might open up with a little bit of stuff, but it's about, really, the thing that I'm really passionate about is shifting and changing our mindset, right? Really shifting and thinking about how we can be resourceful about this, how we can look at, you know, using times like these, not, you know, I want to say opportunities, right? I want to look at the opportunities that are available. And I'm not saying that the opportunities are, it's not about being opportunistic or preying on, like, because I think sometimes that's what people can think. It's like, in times like these, you've got an opportunity to do blah, blah, blah. And some people misconstrue that to be, or to feel like they're being manipulative or taking advantage of people, then that is the absolute last thing that anybody wants to do. And it's certainly not what I advocate for. You know, integrity is important, you guys. Don't be an asshole. It's like, I wrote an article yesterday for Koshi's Business Builders, and one of the tips in there is, like, don't be a tool. So let's see if that makes it through the through the editing process. It'd be kind of funny. I've written one also for a smart company, actually, around you know, whether you should talk about in your business page, whether you talk about things that are like topical in social media. And so we can chat about that as well, if that's something that's helpful. But I think we just need to find a way to connect. We need to find a way to be resourceful. We need to find a way to make hay while the sun is shining, when we have the opportunity to do some different things. And I also think that it's a really powerful time for you to step into being a leader. And I'm not talking about being a leader within your organization. I'm talking about you showing up and you leading people. I'm talking about you really being the voice of reason. I'm talking about you helping people and saying, you know what? the country, the nation, the country and the nation are the same thing, Nicola. The country, the world, your local area, everyone is fucking spinning. So how can you be a really cool, calm, grounded force that helps people go, you know what, bitches be crazy, but hey, this is something that we can do. This is one thing you can do just to regain some little element of control in your world. And that's what we're going to do at 2 o'clock today. Okay, so if you want in on that, make sure you message me or comment in here. Let me know. Just say something like Zoom call link, please, or something like that, and I'll shoot you the link through. I don't know why I'm not posting it publicly. It's just something that I don't know. It's a bit random. Maybe I should just post it publicly and y'all can just jump on. Maybe I'll even do that. Here we go. Aha! Now you don't even need to message me. Just jump on there at 2 o'clock. I think it says in there, what does it say? What have I got? Helping you win. That's not win. That should be with. Jeez, Nicola. Helping you in, it should be. Helping you in. Although win is also important, of course. Helping you in these weird ass times, because that's what we're finding ourselves in. So it'd be a pleasure to be able to chat with you and help you in any way. Like I said, there's no holds barred, not trying to sell you anything. If you want to buy something, buy Video Rockstar. It is going to be a 4-week program, really fucking amazing. You get the bonus how to run an online course or how to create your own online course that will be run in simultaneously while we've got the Video Rockstar running. If you don't want to buy anything, that's totally fine. There's a bunch of free resources on the internet. We've got our Zoom call happening at 2 o'clock. Jess, I'm glad you know what I mean. Rebecca, we're down to our last roll and a half. Thanks to everyone going cray cray. I have 4 kids. It's just people are being really weird. I don't understand why there's been such a run on toilet paper. It's so fascinating to me. Just so fascinating to me. Anywho, so some things that you can do. Like I said, number 1, just to rewind back to the initial thing, like structure. So the important thing with structure is that it helps to create certainty. It helps you to feel like you've got some sense of control in a world that is out of control. So the more structure that you can create in times like these, the better off you're going to feel. Denise, you are in for Video Rockstar. I'm adding everybody into the group tomorrow or Friday. And pre-work will be going live for that tomorrow or Friday as well, ready to start Monday. So you keep your eyes open over the next. I've seen your invitation. I saw your request to join the group. I'll approve that for you tomorrow. Structure. Number 1, put something in your daily diary that you can do that you have to turn up for somebody else. It could be a live stream, it could be a webinar, it could be a free coaching call, it could be an open hours, it could be whatever it is that you want to be, it could be the gym. Just create some sense of structure. Number 2, make sure you try and be of service to someone. Try and look for a way that you can do something for somebody else that just helps you and just do it regularly. All right. And I think that's probably the 2 main things. So my friends, that is us for today. Get out there. Go help some people. Have a whole ton of fun doing it. Remember, there are a lot of people out there right now who need your voice of reason, who need your version of inspiration, who really need you. So go do all of the amazing things. And remember, the world is most definitely ready and actually probably really fucking hungry for your brand of awesomeness. If I don't see you before, I'll see you at 2. If I don't see you at 2, I'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock for our coffee run. And I hope to see you in Video Rockstar as well, that we start on Monday. All right, guys, have a really great day. I will talk to you soon. See you, love you, bye.